Today, July 30th, 2020, I am standing here to give voices for the people that don't have a voice, for the victims of child trafficking and sexual abuse. And how am I bringing light and awareness is by bringing my story to you. I am a survivor of sexual abuse, and I haven't really ever really shared that publicly because I never felt like it marked me. I felt like it was just another thing that happened in my life and I was able to overcome it. But unfortunately, a lot of people do not overcome it. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to share my story and bring awareness as a survivor, and because I have shared my story in the past with other victims. I know that a lot of people have been affected by this. When I wrote my book, Rescuing Myself, some of my relatives were very happy that I did not disclose this information in my book because it is kind of like an embarrassment for the family, that somebody was abused. I, again, did not share that in my book because it did not mark me in my how I felt. I didn't feel like it marked me. I felt like it was just another thing that I had to go through. But a lot of the times you cannot get out of it. And that's why I'm here today. And we have to start with the home, and we need to start to expose it. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing my story. My abuse started at the age of 5 from what I remember. And it did not stop until I was able to fight back. And that didn't stop until I was about 13 years old. And again, those were very hard moments in my life, but I didn't realize the magnitude of the damage until I had children myself. And when I had children myself, and I realized how vulnerable you are at the age of 5, and how innocent you are, and how that was taken away from me, and then you realize the magnitude of the damage that was done to you. And again, these people are, this particular person that did this to me, he was a family member, and he went to Catholic school his whole life, and I believe he was abused. I know he was physically abused. I don't know if he was sexually abused, but he was abused, and he continued to do what he was known to do. He was actually, I classified as mentally ill, and but again, he did what was done to him. And I believe that as human beings, things are done to us and we're programmed a certain way, but it's up to us to make that decision of what you want in your life. And I remember being a young kid, teenager, and I remember it's like, do you do this to someone else or do you stop the cycle? And I remember that point where it was like, this is wrong, and you don't continue it. You don't continue it to someone else just because it was done to you. And again, I come out here, with an open heart, just to share with you guys, because a lot of people say, well, you know what, I don't know anybody that's been affected, I don't know anybody that's been abused. Well, now you know, because if you're watching my video, you definitely know me. A lot of the people that follow me on social media, it's because you know me. I'm either someone you met somewhere or you're a friend of a friend. So now you know. This happens in a lot of families, and if you keep it quiet, it is going to continue to happen. This has been a problem for a long time. Sexual abuse, it's been hidden in the families. It's been because it's taboo, or it's an embarrassment. Well, you know what? It's not an embarrassment to the victims because it's not our fault, and that's what I'm here to tell you. It's not the victim's fault, and that's why I'm speaking out. So if you're a victim, if you're going through it, you have to speak out, because this is the time. We have to say no more to this. If you see something, call the police. If you have no faith in the police, try it. Try different departments. Do your part, because I know I've done it. If you know me, I am a bail bonds, and I've owned a bail bond company for 20 years. And there's been many times that I've had to call the police on certain homes because I can see the abuse in children. And at least I know that I did my little bit of part. So, speak up. It's time to speak up. It's time to stand up for these children. It's time to stop. And this is not acceptable. Children are children, and pedophilia and all of this stuff, how they're trying to make it normal, it is not correct at all. We could go down, you know, history. Back in the days, people would get married super young. We're talking about 15, 16 years old. If we want to talk history, the mother of Jesus was 16 when she gave birth to Jesus. So back in the days, people would get married very young. But again, it's very different from getting married as a 16-year-old and accepting marriage to being attacked by someone and abusing you at the age of 5 as a child and grooming you, because that's exactly what they're doing. Again, it's just bringing awareness, and I hope this helped. And if there's anything I can do, please DM me. I'm here to, you know, help. And remember that we're not alone. Together we will rise, and we have to remember God's promises. So on that, I bring you guys a lot of love and a lot of light. And if you feel this video was informational, please